Are you part of a nonprofit organization, a youth group looking to raise cash for your cause? Stay tuned at the end of this video to learn how you can bring the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation to your town live, featuring the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
New York City on Tuesday, December 26th. It's the annual holiday tradition, WWE Live, for the first time ever at the Garden.
John Cena.
He ain't the guy. Dude, you're just a guy.
Versus Roman Reigns.
I'm the one guy in the WWE that John Cena can't see.
Don't miss this battle for the ages. Plus, locked inside a steel cage, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose battle Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championship. It's the WWE Live Holiday Tour at MSG Tuesday, December 26th. Tickets and VIP packages are available.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans around the corner, around the world, happy holidays. I'm Dan Maurice. Welcome to another installment of Memories and Legends. John Cena Sr. is on assignment this week over in Nice, France, the former home of Rene Goulet. I'm very happy to be joined by the one and only, for the third time now, Warbeard Hanson.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What did I do to luck out to have you here 3 times within a month?
I don't know, man.
I try.
Just scheduling, I guess.
Well, there you go, right? You're a busy guy traveling around, not just the country, but around the globe. It is the holiday season, as we mentioned. The Paul Bear Holiday Headlocks Drive is ongoing. We'd love to have you be a part of that as time goes on. It's the 5th year, unfortunately. Paul Bear was only here with us for the first year of it. Ron Simmons has had some fun with us, and then over the years after Paul Bear passed away, we had Al Snow, Deborah, Tony Atlas, Demolition. The list could go on and on as it continues to grow into something that's a lot of fun. I wanted to hear from you yourself, a guy that you had an awful lot of fun with over the year, a man that was a very big supporter of yours, the one and only Paul Bear.
Oh, Paul. What a great guy. I mean, what a great guy. He came in, he even did a camp at the school once at the Cadet Training Center. Always big with advice, with ideas, so creative, and just constantly wanting to help and make me a better performer, make everyone in the MWF a better performer. He was a great friend. We used to message a lot on Facebook. We even sent in some packages from the warehouse.
I remember those.
Yeah. But just an all-around great guy who had such great passion for the business, but for also the future of the business, where I think some guys get jaded and they don't have that passion to help the future, the up-and-coming future come along. But Percy, Paul, he had that passion to make professional wrestling better than it was previously. So I can't say enough good things about Paul.
The first time we had him in the MWF, it was the night that you became the King of Lynn.
Yeah.
The wonderful endeavor that you helped put together. We had a poor young child that was in need of a heart transplant, so we had a great fundraising event at the Lynn Armory. You received a lot of kudos in the local media, both print, on the radio as a result of that. You won the Lynn Battle Royal that night. Yeah. That was the night, unfortunately, he weighed in at 525 pounds, so it was near impossible for him to do anything.
I actually have a picture from us at Kowloon that night where he is hefty.
525 pounds.
Yeah.
Shortly after that, he wound up having the gastric bypass and almost cut himself in half. He was down into the 270s. Remember when we were at the Cauliflower Alley Club? That would have been 2005, the first time we went out there at the Riviera Hotel and Casino. He was much more svelte.
Yes.
Than he had a little more skin, but he was much more svelte than he was at the Lynn Armory. And then after WWE dumped him in cement, he was able to come back in 2005. He had that great little run with the Trifecta group. You were one of his nemesises at the time.
I recall.
He went into the mortuary science field again full-time, so we had another little departure. Even though he was never too far away, as him and I, with our crazy conversations, we would speak on email just about every day. And he had that great return in 2010 until the time of his passing that I thought was some really great stuff when he was with Dylan Cage, with you. The Sheik was involved several times just to add to the shenanigans. But there was some great chemistry there. And again, he saw in you what I saw in you. And it wasn't that, I even hate to say the words, HJ. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you know what? I hate that name. And if the people aren't familiar with it, for a time, there were idiots and assholes that thought the best use of you in professional wrestling was to be known as Handsome Johnny. Complete and utter dog shit for a quality talent. That's something you give to the Joe LeBlancs of the world. Let him go be Handsome Johnny. You know what I mean? But for someone that has that talent, look at where you've come by being a serious, competitive professional wrestler.
Yeah.
It wasn't the mirror. And I hated it then, and I hate it now. And he hated it. And he understood why I hated it. And he'd listen to me, at least when I vented about it, or at least until the next show coming up. But he was always very, very happy to see us. I think we did a pretty good job with Todd Hanson in the MWF, making him the, you know, in some ways the Hulk Hogan of what we were doing in the MWF. You know, we got curtailed a few times because of the real-life injuries and whatnot. I mean, the stuff I would have liked to have done with that title run, oh, my God. Oh, you know, if I ever die, the notebooks people are going to find, like, really? Oh, we were going to do this? We were going to do that? Shit, I was going to work him? Wow, we were going to do that angle? I mean, some really good stuff, but you always delivered. And he knew I appreciated it. You were always easy to deal with. I don't know why I'm talking about my thoughts when I'm talking about Paul Bearer and it's Christmas time. See how this would be like me and him talking on the phone. We'd be talking about point A and we'd be on point Z in 2.5 minutes. But anyway, the holiday season, it's a special time, fans. I love Christmas. I'm a big kid. I know you were not too far off from that.
Yeah.
Paul Bearer, he loved the idea of the holiday headlocks we had. And again, that the night that set me off like none other at this TV studio, the last time I saw him alive, the disrespect that was shown to him, and I don't want to get into it on this video, but you couldn't be here and you let it be known. And there were some others that didn't take the same approach you did, and they didn't like my response, but I'll leave it at that. That man was like another father to me, a wonderful human being. One of the first people I saw in a WWE locker room at the old Boston Garden back in 1994, and then he befriended me and helped me with a wrestling promotion. I mean, just think about how out of a movie that seems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be like the Hollywood equivalent of, oh, you know, I used to like Harrison Ford, and then I hung out with him on a movie set, and then, you know, I came up with an indie movie idea, and he helped the concept along, and he helped some of the actors and actresses along. That's almost like the professional wrestling equivalent. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I always tried to look after him. I always tried to take care of him. And we miss him, and we still miss him. That's why our friends at WWE, very happy to involve themselves in the holiday headlocks this year. We get the great raffle that's going to run through Christmas. We have the bundle that's going to take place through Christmas. I'm going to make a special request of you to take part in one of these bundles. If you have an 8x10 or 2, maybe we can include it in the lot.
Okay.
Where you are one of wrestling's premier stars. But any great memories individually that stand out to him, other than that, the first night when he was unfortunately kind of limited with what he could do, where he was so hefty. Memorial Hall, we had a lot of fun.
Great. It's tough to like pick a single memory, but being able to work with him in the ring, I remember him managing Dylan, wrestling Dylan, and just having interactions with him at ringside were amazing. Because like you said, somebody that you grew up watching and you admire their work, and then being able to work with them, and for me, being able to work with them in front of the camera, on stage, where you know, everyone can see it, and it's just those are special moments to be able to work with somebody you respect and become their peer like that.
And it wasn't even like worked with. I mean, he wasn't just someone that just came in for a shot and vanished. He was kind of immersed in the angles that you guys had going on for several years at one point.
Yeah, he was in it, and I mean, yes, we're working with him, but we're also learning from him, because he is so immersed in it, and he's teaching us things that we wouldn't have the opportunity to learn otherwise. And again, to help the wrestling business, to help it evolve, and give knowledge to the young guys who don't have that knowledge yet. So,
you know, I will always hate that my last experience with him being alive went down the way it did in this building. I almost feel like I let him down, where he gave a day of his life to come down here and try and help people. And what happened, happened. And I don't want to go into too many details because I'll really get going. But He knows we care, and I'm sure he's here with us in some spirit. We had a lot of fun in this studio with him. I don't know if you ever saw the great documentary-style studio shoot interview we did when I tried to ask him how the mortuary science field worked, because I didn't know all that much about it. And he had fun with it. John Cena Sr. had fun with it. It's available online if you want to check it out. But I don't think any child should have to be in a situation where Santa Claus cannot find their home on their GPS. Is that a politically correct way to put it?
Yeah.
I mean, some people don't update the GPS all the time. Santa Claus has got a lot of kids to visit on Christmas Eve, and we want to make sure we can help them out. Professional wrestling, until recent times when WWE really put it out there, all the charitable endeavors they did, professional wrestling never got the credit that it deserved for all the great things that it did for people. And I would have loved to have seen what Holiday Headlocks would have turned into if he didn't pass away, because now it's pretty much been left in my lap. And John Cena Sr. to some extent, he's always willing to help us. He's no matter how much we may disagree in front of the cameras, he's a very charitable person behind them. But you know, maybe you can help take the reins now, where you're moving up the food chain so much. The kids, I mean, you could almost be Santa Claus. Imagine if you died that.
Yeah, it could be. I'm pretty jolly.
Oh, the laugh? It's almost like you stole Santa's gimmick with the ho-ho. Well, anyway, fans, we're going to entice you. We want you to check out the Holiday Headlocks page. We want you to get a bundle. We want you to buy some raffle tickets. What we're going to do is right now, everybody in the world is talking about this. Now, you're not going to get this. I'm just holding it up because I think it's really cool. Right now, everyone's talking about what you're doing over in New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're going to take a brief time out when we come back. We're going to talk a little Warbeard Hanson, a little War Machine over in the land of the rising sun. Without a doubt, if not the second biggest wrestling promotion in the world. We'll be back after this brief timeout with more Memories and Legends. Our 6th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive continues now through Christmas night, December the 25th, after WWE Monday Night Raw, and there's 3 ways you can help the cause. On the Holiday Headlocks page, we're adding several items at 50% off their regular price, and our efforts to help Santa Claus update his GPS to be able to reach every kid this Christmas. We have some awesome books and collector edition magazines available for half off, all while you help a great cause. Thanks to John Cena Sr., our $20 Holiday Headlocks bundle is being slashed in half as well, only $10, and you receive in it a mystery WWE t-shirt in your choice of sizes, along with 5, count them 5, mystery autograph photos from a variety of superstars and legends that have worked with the MWF over the years. Order 2 bundles, you get 2 different t-shirts and 10 different autograph photos. Another great way to help kids in need this year. Finally, we have our Holiday Headlocks mega raffle open to fans around the corner and around the world, featuring dozens of prizes worth over $1,000. One lucky winner gets the entire jackpot of prizes, including a WWE pay-per-view chair, an autographed WWE t-shirt, an autographed WWE Attitude Era book signed by Mick Foley, plus other books, action figures, and more. All this is available over on the BostonWrestling.com super site. Now, if you can't participate financially, we understand that, but please share this with your friends and fellow wrestling fans all over social media. Philadelphia on Royal Rumble weekend. Get ready for Jim Ross's most intimate event yet, the Slobberknocker Session, Sunday, January the 28th at 12 noon, live at the Diamond Club of Citizens Bank Ballpark, just a stone's throw away from the Wells Fargo Center. This exclusive engagement is limited to only 100 fans and includes an uncensored question and answer session with JR, along with receiving a copy of his must-read autobiography, Slobberknocker, that JR will personally autograph for you, and take out your smartphone and pose for a photo with the WWE Hall of Famer that'll make you the envy of your social media circle. Tickets are available now at ticketfly.com. Philadelphia, let's hear from Jim Ross himself about his return to the city of brotherly love.
Well, just like the cat says, Slobberknocker, the Slobberknocker sessions are on sale now. And I encourage you to check out ticketfly.com if you're coming to the Royal Rumble, if you're going to be in Philadelphia on Royal Rumble Sunday, January the 28th. Noon is our starting time. Ticketfly.com has the tickets. The tickets are $75. With that, you get a signed book and a personalized book, signed, whatever you want, and the picture of you and I on your camera, your device, and then a private Q&A with us, 100 of us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very intimate, very casual, and I like to be able to look them in the eye. The fans are the greatest in the world. They motivate me, and I will do my best to entertain and motivate you. So the Slobber Knocker sessions on sale now, ticketfly.com. I'd love to see you there, the first one ever, on Sunday, January 28th, high noon in Philly.
Through the ages, across generations, we've searched to know everything. Now, our biggest questions will be answered. It's absolutely everything you need to know about WWE. From inside the ring facts to beyond the ring history. Everything WWE is right here. Absolutely everything you need to know. Available now online or wherever books are sold.
Hartford on Thursday, December 28th. It's WWE Live with a main event you can't miss.
The two most polarizing figures in WWE.
John Cena
He ain't the guy. Dude, you're just a guy.
battles Roman Reigns
I'm the one guy in the WWE that John Cena can't see.
for the first time ever in Hartford. Plus, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose take on Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team Championship inside a steel cage. It's the WWE Live Holiday Tour, Thursday, December 28th. Tickets and VIP packages are available.
Wrestling fans, welcome back to another installment of Memories and Legends. I'm Dan Marotti, joined by my good friend, Mr. Warbeard Hanson. Very happy to have you here with us, a great human being. The Holiday Headlocks campaign is underway, along with all the other great offers we have on this wonderful rotating screen, to try and entice you fans to open up your wallets, open up the purse string to your heart, so to speak. We're going to talk a little bit about New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is on fire right now, at a level it may have never seen before here in the United States. Why do you think that is?
Two reasons. One, obviously their friendship with Ring of Honor, with the Global Wars tours they've done the past 3 or 4 years, able to bring New Japan over into America and show the American audience who they are. And then with New Japan World, the streaming service that New Japan has. It's less than $10 a month. And it allows everyone in the United States, really anyone across the world, to have access to what, like, we remember only getting Japanese VHS tapes to watch. So they're ordered and traded, and that's the only way you can see Japan wrestling. Now you can literally log on online, NewJapanWorld.com, NewJapanProWrestlingWorld.com, and you can watch literally everything, and especially the stuff live now. I just wrestled at Ryogoku Sumo Hall, and people in America, in England, in Scotland, in Ireland, in Mexico, they're watching it live. And
some of these would be the equivalent of house shows that are available live?
Yeah, they have a lot of house shows
really?
live. Yeah, they have a lot of pay-per-view, stuff like that. Everything's live. You can watch it, and then you can go back and watch. And then on the pay-per-views, they have English commentary now.
That is a must.
With Kevin Kelly and Don Callis. So pretty good.
And they have also had the outreach on, I think it's AXS?
Yes.
Some of the older stuff that Jim Ross does the commentary on.
Jim Ross and Josh Barnett.
So it might not be a channel that everybody gets, but again, it's still penetrating some parts of the country.
Yeah.
And that's an important thing.
And just recently, we did the New Japan live shows from LA, which were broadcasted on Access Live with Josh Barnett and Jim Ross doing commentary. So.
Do you think there's potential for more Ring of Honor live events here in the United States? Did I say Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
I meant New Japan. I'm sorry.
I know for a fact they're planning more. They had such a great response from the fans for just the 2 shows they did in LA. I know they're going to come here again next year, and I know they're going to do a bigger venue. Just a matter of when and how many times. I also heard talks maybe the dojo in LA might open again.
Really?
So they're trying to get into America. I think they have business plans in place, but I think they want to do everything right and proper. So it'll be a slow transition to get more and more shows and events over here in America.
Most people right now, when they think Ring of Honor, at least here in the United States, they think of the Bullet Club, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, or Cody, whatever he's legally allowed to call himself, Kenny Omega and those types. To fans that may only recognize New Japan as that right now, tell me a little bit about what's going on in that promotion that makes it so hot outside of that one heel faction.
Well, New Japan, it's professional wrestling oriented. You don't see a lot of, I mean, there's backstage comments after every match, but it's interview style. It's not promo style. It's not TV,
skits,
vignettes, skits. It's not that style. It's a more of a real atmosphere where it's treated as a sport and not a television show. So when you do have these big matchups between wrestlers like Tanahashi or Okada, Kenny Omega or Cody or any of the guys, Juice Robinson, they're wrestling matches. They're pro wrestling matches that aren't watered down with television angles and storylines and promos. And I think that's really big. It's such an alternative to what fans in America are used to seeing on a regular basis.
And again, it's been an extremely popular year for New Japan Pro Wrestling here in the United States. Again, that web service is very popular from those that have it. Do you think Ring of Honor, why do I keep saying Ring of Honor? Maybe that's because what we just discussed a little while ago. New Japan, do you think they could even branch out from the West Coast, move a little further east?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can go across America. And they're really smart about it, doing all these Global War shows with Ring of Honor. And in the UK, doing Global War shows with places like Rev Pro. They're really creating a global product, and they're giving fans in these other areas, these global areas, other countries, an opportunity to see their product live. And they can gauge from their response if they're able to move their product and have a full show there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just really, really smart business, and I think eventually you will see New Japan have their own shows on maybe the East Coast or even maybe the UK. It's just a matter of time.
Do you think it could ever become a conflict of interest with Ring of Honor?
Yeah,
If New Japan wants to do its own thing, they may not need to do those combined shows.
I do think so, but at the same point in time, there's so much talent exchange between both companies that right now they need each other. If there was a conflict of interest, then contracts would have to be rewritten.
Sure.
Because guys' contracts allow them to wrestle both places.
Both places.
So
that's going to cost somebody some money if you go that route.
Yes.
Why is the Bullet Club so hot right now? You're over there with them on tour all the time. Why do the fans love this? You see so many different opinions in the world we live in with social media. There is some that absolutely love everything they do. There's some that say they look like little 12-year-old middle school children. What is the phenomenon behind the great success they've found in 2017?
Why I think I would be a big fan of them as a wrestling fan is because they're cool and they do the things, they do everything about professional wrestling from the 90s, 98, 99 that I loved. They're doing the two sweets.
No, they're not anymore.
They're doing the crotch, but they were.
No, I know.
They're doing the crotch chops. They're walking out. They're using all the backstage lingo. They're just throwing Carney out there. They're using the behind the stage words. Like they're doing these things that make me feel like this is really cool. And they're acting in the ring like I would if I was just goofing off in the backyard. Like, you know what I mean?
The old Ernie Wilson days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that connects with a lot of the smarter fans out there, and they are drawn to it. And then on top of that, the level of performance that they can give in the ring. They're all amazing, talented individuals, and they kill it every time they go out. So you put that whole package together, and I can see why fans are drooling over them.
You know, what does it say in 2017 that beyond WWE, nothing against whatever TNA is known as this week, or Ring of Honor, but the second most popular wrestling promotion in the country is from another country?
Yeah.
And I don't think many would argue that point.
No. I think part of it with, I think even with the independent surge with wrestling in general.
There's been that in general, right.
I think part of that is on the WWE's back. They decided to acknowledge the fact that independent wrestling exists. And therefore...
I think if you look at the popularity of NXT, I think you can correlate the popularity of independent wrestling rising again.
Yeah.
My opinion, but that's the way I've kind of looked at it.
They acknowledged that they acknowledged at WrestleMania that New Japan Pro Wrestling exists. They acknowledged it at WrestleMania on commentary. JBL mentioned the IWGP tag titles. Like they acknowledged it there. Like they keep acknowledging independent wrestling. And I think it's great because it's it's making everyone more aware of everything around them, and obviously the business is up.
Yeah, for everybody, yeah.
Which is awesome. But I think they're partially to like blame, I guess, for lack of a better word, for the rise, because they have acknowledged that, hey, you know, Fergal Devitt, Finn Balor, he came from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Hey, Kevin Steen, he came from Ring of Honor. He came from these indies that maybe you didn't know exist, but now you do because we just told you about them.
Well,
I think WWE has a part to play.
And we just put over New Japan quite a bit, but Japan isn't the only other place that it's hot right now. You've toured Europe extensively in recent months, and talk about that, how hot Europe is right now.
Man, those are some of the craziest crowds I've been in front of. Absolutely nuts. Rev Pro, Progress, OTT in Ireland, ICW in Scotland. Like, the crowds there are out of their minds, and they love it. They love pro wrestling. It's like a rock concert, the atmosphere that you're a part of over there, and they love it. They love the performance. They love all the athletes, and they love to be a part of it. A lot of these places don't even have seats.
Really?
People stand the whole time.
Well, I would like that.
No, it's such a crazy environment, and it's not like that over here in the States or in Japan. Japan's very reserved. It's unique. It's a unique feeling going over there and seeing how crazy the people are.
If you could pick right now one city or maybe a couple of cities that you really get excited about working in, where would they be?
Well, Tokyo. Tokyo's number one. Tokyo and Osaka. Osaka is dear to us because that was where we had our first big match in Japan. We went over for Noah, and that's a crazy place. London is nuts. Dublin, crazy.
Any place here in the United States?
Oh, Lowell's big for me.
Lowell. Tokyo, Osaka, London, Lowell, you know.
But wrestling at
what a great building, though.
Yeah,
that's
that
one of our,
venue,
and we have a love of that Lowell Memorial Auditorium.
It's one of my favorite venues to actually work in. That venue, the Lowell Memorial Auditorium, it's an awesome venue. And the history there, and then being able to perform there. So that's big for me. I love that place.
Is Ring of Honor going to be back there again, do you know?
I don't know. The ECW Arena here in America, that's awesome. I get to wrestle there soon again.
Yeah, you had some big matches in ECW Arena, right?
Yeah, I have, yeah. That's where we won the tag titles. Me and Ray won the Ring of Honor tag titles at ECW Arena. That's a great venue. It's a great venue. I mean,
never been there. I love
great.
the city of Philadelphia, but I've never been to that venue.
Yeah, it's cool.
See, I'm going to have to check out one of these shows sometimes. You
Yeah.
have to pack me. Like I've told you before, I live through your suitcase, or I'm so limited in my travel with my dilapidated body, but that's a different story for a different time. Again, this show may be a little different than some of the other memories and legends we've had, because the legend we want to keep in mind is Paul Bearer. The effort we want to keep in mind is to try and help out some great kids this holiday season. Again, Santa Claus's GPS, it cannot be perfect when you have that many deliveries you have to make. If FedEx and UPS can't do it with several thousand, how can Santa do it with several million? It's a busy night. We've heard of the old double shot weekends, but Santa Claus, he really takes that in a whole different direction on December the 24th. See, he'd love this. This foolishness we're talking right now. But yeah, true statement. Again, we have the bundles, $20. Look at all the great items that come along with that. Christmas cards, autographed photos, and a t-shirt. We have the big raffle. Someone is going to walk away with a plethora of professional wrestling prizes for Christmas. And best of all, you're helping the great kids. Join myself, Todd Hanson, Ron Simmons, that's been a big help over the years, Al Snow, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Deborah McMichael, Tony Atlas, The Godfather, or even Papa Shango showed up one time.
Oh.
We've had a lot of fun with Holiday Headlocks. It's the 5th year doing it. WWE has been wonderful to us, along with a lot of great folks around social media that retweet it for us. If you're one of the fans that have done it, we tip our caps to you. We're going to take a brief time out. We're going to come back, wrap up Memories and Legends. I'm Dan Marotti.
And I'm John Cena Sr.
Let us tell you how the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation can help raise cash for your nonprofit cause. Experience the action and excitement of the Millennium Wrestling Federation live in your city, throughout New England, the tri-state area, down through the Carolinas, out to our friends in the Midwest and beyond.
If your nonprofit organization is looking for an interactive, turnkey experience while putting the fun into fundraising, you've met the perfect tag team partner to work with.
every step of the way.
The MWF offers a variety of packages for groups of almost any size, from our live events at the Boston Garden, the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex, and the legendary Suffolk Downs, to high school gyms and function halls. We've presented live events everywhere and anywhere.
Since 2001, the MWF's mission has been simple: keep the kids off the streets. Under the leadership of President David Reese, we bring the superstars of yesterday, today, and tomorrow to your town. Not for a wrestling show, but an event that features action-packed in-ring wrestling, autograph, pose photo opportunities, Q&A sessions, and so much more. It's the best of sports and entertainment. The week of your event, we can add on to the endeavor with anti-bullying campaigns, library meet and greet reads, youth sport concussion seminars, and more.
Our live events are fit for fans of any age from 5 to 95. This fall is part of our new Kids Club program. We offer live event experiences exclusively for the youngest of fans. On the flip side, we can produce a tailor-made event for fans of an older demographic as well. We work with you every step of the way to get the word out to fans near and far on our local television offerings and to over 50,000 fans and growing on our social media platforms.
Your success is our success. If your group has had enough of candy bar and wrapping paper sales and has the energy to team with our passionate fan base, bringing the NWF experience to your community is the answer to put smiles on faces while raising cash for your cause.
Contact us today to get the ball rolling for your custom-made event that you'll want to bring back year after year to your community.
Don't just take it from us. Here are the folks we've teamed up with in the past.
All right, unbelievable, Warbeard. It has been a pleasure having you here again this week. I know the holiday season is busy for us all. I know you don't even know what continent you're on half the time. You just know what movie theater you're on when you check in on Facebook.
Yes.
Is that a good way to put it? I hope you check out Movie Pass.
Yes.
The money you save is ridiculous.
I did it once before, but not with this new.
Not the new one, no. I'm not going to put them over too much. They can give us something if we're going to do that. But again, holiday headlocks, check out BostonWrestling.com. Memories and Legends, we want to keep bringing you the show each and every week for free. Head on over to the MWF store on BostonWrestling.com. We have great deals for the wrestling fan on your holiday list. Whether you're looking for T-shirts, autographs, DVDs, we got the VODs you can rent online, buy them online, whatever you want to do online. Help the cause. It's tough to put this kind of content together for you, and it's nice to feel a little love, much like when you get a War Machine or a Warbeard Hanson T-shirt for Christmas. Is that not the way to begin December the 25th?
The best way.
Unbelievable. Well, I hope we could have him back again very, very soon. I know it's a busy time for him. I want to hear about Final Battle when it's all said and done, December the 15th in New York City. I want to hear all about the Tokyo Dome on January 4th. My good friend Todd, Warbeard Hanson, I'm Dan Marotti. Until we speak again, you and yours continue to have a great holiday season. Be well.
Kingston, Friday night, January 19th. The first ever 205 Live Cruiserweight Tour comes to Kingston. Don't miss Enzo Amore as he defends his WWE Cruiserweight Championship against Kalisto with special guest referee Nia Jax. And as a very special attraction,
Now I have been waiting for you.
delete! Woken Matt Hardy tries to delete Bray Wyatt in an epic match. Plus, Hideo Itami Live. It's the first ever 205 Live Cruiserweight Tour in Kingston. Friday night, January 19th. Tickets are available.
Philadelphia on Royal Rumble weekend. Get ready for Jim Ross's most intimate event yet, the Slobberknocker Session. Sunday, January the 28th at 12 noon, live at the Diamond Club of Citizens Bank Ballpark, just a stone's throw away from the Wells Fargo Center. This exclusive engagement is limited to only 100 fans and includes an uncensored question and answer session with JR, along with receiving a copy of his must-read autobiography, Slobberknocker, that JR will personally autograph for you, and take out your smartphone and pose for a photo with the WWE Hall of Famer that'll make you the envy of your social media circle. Tickets are available now at ticketfly.com. Philadelphia, let's hear from Jim Ross himself about his return to the city of brotherly love.
Well, just like the cat says, Slobberknocker, the Slobberknocker sessions are on sale now. And I encourage you to check out ticketfly.com if you're coming to the Royal Rumble, if you're going to be in Philadelphia on Royal Rumble Sunday, January the 28th. Noon is our starting time. Ticketfly.com has the tickets. The tickets are $75. With that, you get a signed book and a personalized book, signed, whatever you want, and the picture of you and I on your camera, your device, and then a private Q&A with us, 100 of us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Very intimate, very casual, and I like to be able to look them in the eye. The fans are the greatest in the world. They motivate me, and I will do my best to entertain and motivate you. So the Slobberknocker sessions on sale now, ticketfly.com. I'd love to see you there, the first one ever, on Sunday, January 28th, high noon in Philly.